Here is the full improved script with only the identified problems fixed. They told you to cancel your trip to Taiwan. Here's why that's wrong. More than 1 million tourists visited last year while the headlines screamed about imminent invasion. Here is what actually happened. Nothing. A 2026 data-driven analysis by StraitTracker confirmed that while the geopolitical volume is loud, the physical risk to tourists visiting Taiwan remains extremely low. The Australian government's official Smartraveller advisory backs this up, rating Taiwan's overall crime rate as low, including petty crime. By the end of this video, you will know the actual risks tourists face on the ground, what expats genuinely think about living there right now, and the one preparation 99% of first-time visitors completely overlook. So let me be straight with you about who this video is for. If you are planning a trip to Taiwan, thinking about relocating there as an expat, or you are just trying to cut through the noise and understand what is actually happening on the ground, this is the video you need. I have spent months pulling data from government travel advisories, economic reports, and real expat communities to give you the clearest picture possible. Stay until the end, because the last point I cover is the one that could genuinely matter most if something unexpected happens while you are there. Let's start with the question everyone is actually asking. Is Taiwan safe to visit in 2026? The honest answer is yes, and the data is not even close. I want to tell you about a Reddit thread from earlier this year. Someone posted in the Taipei subreddit, genuinely nervous, asking whether they should cancel a trip they had planned for March 2026. The response from the expat community was overwhelming and unanimous. One person put it simply, Taiwan is literally one of the safest places on the planet. There have been tensions between Taiwan and China for 8 decades. Nothing has escalated into armed conflict. 8 decades. Think about that for a second. The cross-strait tension that the media presents as a breaking news emergency has been a background feature of life in this region since the late 1940s. People have been born, raised families, built careers, and retired in Taiwan across all of those decades. The sky has not fallen. The U.S. Department of State Travel Advisory for Taiwan does not flag geopolitical conflict as the primary risk to tourists. It flags natural disasters, earthquakes, typhoons, flooding, tsunamis, and extreme heat. That is the real danger profile for a visitor to Taiwan in 2026. Not missiles, not soldiers, weather and geology. And by the way, that is actually useful information, because it means the safety conversation you should be having is about earthquake preparedness and typhoon season, not about whether you will get caught in a military standoff. But here is what most people do not realize about the gap between the headlines and the ground are.